Hi, I'm your Everyday Joe. Thanks for coming to my channel. Today, I'm going to be making these great looking steak tips, sirloin steak tips. So I went to the store and I came home with Fieri. So tonight, we're making steak tips via the Ninja Foodi barbecue style. So stay tuned.
If you want to show support to this channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. And to stay up to date on new content, when we release it, ring the notification bell. Now let's get into the video.
All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to season this beautiful sirloin, these sirloin steak tips. I mean, look at these things. I mean, these beautiful, beautiful. You have enough fat on there to give it flavor. If you want to trim it, go ahead. I'd leave it on. It's going to shrink down anyway. It's going to reduce as you cook it. All right, so first thing I'm going to season with, I've got this Italian seasoning in a packet. You can buy them. It's like a Hidden Valley or something. That basically contains your salt, your pepper, your garlic powder, your onion powder, probably a couple more things in there. I'm just going to season the steaks with that. Not going to go all that heavy because there's going to be a lot of flavor in this with the barbecue sauce. Okay, season that one. And you want to season both sides of it just to make sure that you got it all. All right. So now we're going to take a Ziploc bag. We're going to put them all in the Ziploc here. So as we go, I'm going to just use some kitchen shears here as a Cuisinart kitchen shears. I'm going to cut these strips. Now these are about, I would say about maybe a foot long, maybe a little less. I'm going to cut them into threes. Now you can wait till after you cook them to cut them afterwards. For me, I'll cut them in advance so I can get them a little bit nicer, a little bit easier into the air fryer pot. So I'm just going to cut them in thirds here. Okay, like this one here, I'll just right down the middle in half. It's okay to have a couple of big ones. Okay, this one, and now this was about a pound and 3/4 of the sirloin. So should be enough for 2 people or 3 people. For me, there's enough for 1. All right, so just gonna get these into the bag. And you want to let them marinate for half hour, overnight. I mean, whatever, the longer the better. It's going to flavor the meat much, much better. Okay, we get all that in there. Okay, and get this plate out of the way. Now I've got 3 cloves of garlic. I'm just going to rough chop them. I gave them a little smash, and so just a rough chop. Again, it's just for the marinating of the meat. It's not, we're not going to be cooking this. Just add flavor, extra flavor into the meat here. So we're going to add some olive oil. Yeah, maybe a couple of tablespoons worth. It's all, again, part of the marinade only. I got some Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to give it just a couple of dabs here, maybe a tablespoon. Now I've got some of this liquid smoke. This is the hickory flavor. I've used this on pork, use it on beef. It's fantastic. It's got a nice sweet smell to it, and it gives it a nice smoky flavor, like you smoked it over some wood. But you don't want to use a lot of this. This is very, very strong. So I'm going to maybe that much, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon, just enough to give it some flavor. And I've got some artichoke hearts here. And I'm not going to use the artichokes themselves. I'm just going to use the juices in here. And the juices, I basically just contain water, canola oil, some vinegar, salt, garlic, spices. It's a nice flavoring if you like an Italian dressing. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of that in here. Just for the liquid, maybe a 1/2 cup's worth. All right, so we're going to close this up. Yeah. And we're just gonna give it a little rub down here. We want to make sure, and I'm just squeezing it, just to make sure that it's all It all gets into all the cuts and the crevices here. All right. So now we're ready to get this ball rolling with these steak tips. Ah, it smells great. You can smell that smoke. That liquid smoke is fantastic. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to do these in 2 batches because I don't want to overcrowd them. So I'm not going to put the barbecue sauce on it right away because I want them to cook through a little bit. So put one in there. So I'm probably going to do maybe 5 or 6 pieces in here because I want to leave a little space in between so the air can circulate from the bottom. And also something else you want to be aware of anytime that you're air frying any fatty foods or anything with a lot of oil, make sure you put a little liquid or a little water at the bottom. That'll keep it from smoking up because sometimes it'll tend to blow smoke out the back and through the vent if it's too dry. All right, so we got 5 pieces. I'm going to throw 1 more in there. All right. Okay, give some space here. Okay, and we're going to close the lid, put on air fry, crank it up to 400 degrees, and we'll leave it for 20 minutes for right now, but it's probably only going to take about 5 or 6 minutes. When we rotate it the first time, I'm going to put some of this barbecue sauce on it, and we're going to do that a couple times just to make sure that we're basting it throughout. It's going to give it a nice coat, a nice flavor. All right, so now it's been about 5 or 6 minutes, probably a little longer. So we're gonna give them the first basting, and we're gonna give them a flip here. So let's give them a little basting on this side. Okay, and I'm gonna go real light on it the first time. When I flip them over the next time, it'll be a little bit more heavy. I just don't want it to cake up too much. So I'm going to take the tongs and give them a little flip here. Because they're probably almost done anyway. I mean, I like mine medium rare. If you like yours more cooked, leave them in there for longer. So baste them on this side. And it smells fantastic. You know, that marinade. The garlic, the onion, you can smell all that. You can smell the liquid smoke in there. All right. All right, so now we're going to let it go for about another 5 minutes. All right, so now it's been another 5 minutes. Just going to take the temperature. I know for medium rare is 130. Medium well is 150, so between 130 and 150 is going to be fine for me. So let's just take the temperature in there. And we're at about 140. So we're at 140 on this. This is fine for me. That's medium. Okay, some more of this Guy Fieri Kansas City barbecue sauce. Put that on there. All right, and we're going to cook it for maybe another minute or two, just a couple more minutes, just to get the barbecue sauce to dry out a little bit more. All right, so it's been about another minute or so a couple minutes. So we're just going to turn that off, and we're going to pull these out and cut them open and see what they like. So we're just going to put them on a plate here. All right. Okay, so let's give these a little taste here. This Guy Fieri Kansas City Smoky and Sweet Barbecue Sauce. All right. I mean, they smell good. They seem pretty tender here. And they hit the temperature about medium. So let's cut this open and find out. Okay, looks like medium to me. Really nice. Okay, so we're just going to I mean, these are still very hot, just out of the oven here. Just out of the oven. Mmm. That's good. Mmm. Mmm. Well, like Guy Fieri says, that's money. You guys got to try this. Guy Fieri, Kansas City, smoky and sweet. Delicious. You got a big mouth, and I'm going to put a steak dip in it.
You got a big mouth.
There you go. All right, that was horrible. See what quarantining does to you guys? I don't know about you, but I pretty much had it. So, if you enjoyed this recipe, give me some thumbs up, give me some comments, and share the video if you liked it. Also, I'll put some videos, clips here on the side for my playlist. Give those a watch. We appreciate you watching us on this channel, spending some time with us. So stay safe and healthy out there, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.